What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I want to give you 3 quick hacks that saved me hours inside of my woodworking business that can really help you do the same. Let's dive in. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Zach Vaught, and I'm super glad that you're hanging out with me. I hope these videos, this content is helpful for you. I hope that you're learning and you're growing and you're pushing yourself and you're achieving what you're trying to achieve with your custom furniture business or your woodworking business. And in today's video, I want to give you 3 quick woodworking hacks that saved me tons of time in getting projects completed that I think will really help you too. And so I have talked about some of these in the past. By the way, this is episode number 440, so we have talked about just about everything that there is to talk about when it comes to custom furniture and woodworking. But these are the big 3 things that saved me the most time inside of my custom furniture shop. And so here's number 1, and that is getting my lumber pre-milled from the mill. A lot of times, if you're just getting raw lumber and you have to mill up your lumber from scratch, you got to give it a straight edge, you got to plane it. And the truth is that's just going to take you a long time. It's going to take you several hours depending upon what condition your lumber is in when you get it from the mill. And so if you can get it from the mill already with a straight edge and a planed side, it's going to simplify your milling process dramatically, right? So you just got to pull it off the rack, put the straight edge side up against the miter saw fence, cut to length, take that same straight edge, put it up against the table saw fence and rip it and get you 2 beautiful parallel edges, and then put it in the planer and plane the top side. That's going to be way faster than starting from scratch. Okay, so pre-milled lumber is an absolute game changer. It can take your prep time from 3 to 4 hours to about 20 to 30 minutes legitimately, and so that can save you a ton of time. Number 2 is upgrading your sanding system. One of the biggest time sucks in woodworking, in custom furniture building, is always sanding, and it just feels like it takes forever. And so there's basically different levels to this. Number 1 is where you start off and you've got the random orbital sander, and that's what you're doing, right? You've got 1 random orbital sander and you're trying to sand the whole project with that random orbital. It's just going to take you a long time. The next upgrade is to get 2 and run 2 at the same time. If you're doing anything like tabletops, you can actually run 2 at the same time. That's going to double your speed. The big step that I recommend for guys that are still trying to operate somewhat on a budget is to move into either a Bosch 6-inch sander that's gear driven, or something like a Rotex 150 from Festool. That's a gear driven sander that's bigger than a 5-inch sander. It's a 6-inch sander, and it's going to take material off at a much more rapid pace. You also are going to need some type of dust collection system with that. So it's not a small investment by any means. You could just hook a shop vac up to it and get away with that and make that work. But if you want a proper dust collection system and one of those sanders, you're probably looking at $1,000 to $1,200 new for something like that. So it's not cheap. But if you're doing a lot of projects and you are finding yourself just like, man, this sanding is taking forever, that's going to cut your sanding time in half at least. Maybe even more, cut it by 70 to 80%. It was a game changer for us. And so we ended up with 2 or 3 of those inside of our shop. We had 2 guys sanding at all times with a 6-inch sander, and it was really moving the needle. And then lastly on that is obviously moving to a wide belt or a drum sander or something like that you can push material through. That's going to do the sanding for you. That's going to be the biggest game changer, but you need to make sure that you have a lot of production happening in order to justify those types of purchases, those types of expenses. Okay, so you need to know your numbers, make sure that you can justify doing it. That's number 2. The second hack is really upgrading your sanding system. That's going to be a massive game changer for you. Hey, I interrupt this video real quick to let you know about our Win Your Money Back challenge that we currently have going on inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We have never eliminated the risk to joining quite like this, and the reason that we're doing this is that we have found that there's a few things that all of our most successful clients have done. And so if you come into the Woodworking Business Accelerator program and you do a couple things that we know are going to generate results for you, and you generate just $5,000 in new custom furniture sales as a result of the program, we're going to give you all of that money back, right? We're literally going to give you your money back to incentivize you to do the necessary action to drive results. And so click the link below, check out the Win Your Money Back challenge. There's never been a better time to join with less risk than right now. So be sure to check that out. And with that, let's jump back in the video. Number 3, final one here, is to spray all of your finishes. Now, I know for a lot of guys that are in a garage, this may be a difficult thing to do because you're going to get overspray. But in my personal opinion, it's worth like creating some type of drape system that you could cover up everything in the garage so that you could spray items real quick. And the reason, again, that I recommend spraying finish and getting a quick drying finish is just it's going to save you so much time. These are hacks that are going to save you time. And if you're brushing on paint, or you're applying polyurethane with a brush, or even if you're spraying polyurethane, it's better than applying it with a brush. But polyurethane is slow drying, right? It's going to take 6 or 8 hours to dry. But if you move to a lacquer-based product, it's going to dry within minutes, within 30 to 40, maybe 50 minutes max. And you're going to be able to get in there, sand it down, and apply your next coat, right? So spraying your finishes is going to be an absolute game changer. So if you do all 3 of these things, you're going to get back probably an additional, 5 to 10 hours per project, which is basically an entire day. Like if it's taking you a week to build a custom table set, imagine if it took you 4 days instead of 5, right? Or imagine it took you 3.5 instead of 5. Making these upgrades is going to get you back a ton of time, and it's going to allow you to collect cash faster. You're going to be able to get to the next project sooner. You're going to be able to get this project out the door sooner, which means you're going to be able to get the second half payment sooner. It accelerates the rate of money. And that is super important when you're trying to scale a business. And so these 3 hacks, getting pre-milled lumber, upgrading your sanding system, and spraying your finishes, those were the biggest game changers inside of my own woodworking business. And they've also been the biggest game changers inside of all of our clients' businesses as well, inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. So if you're looking for some resources, some other things that might help you on your journey, I got a few things in the description below. Number 1, my free ebook, the Handmade Business Secrets ebook. Be sure to check that out. It's completely free. Just enter your name and your email and we'll shoot that over to you. Number 2 is the Handmade Hero Academy program. If you're brand new, you're trying to just get your bearings inside of your business, you're trying to figure out, how do I get better photography? How do I get better video? How do I test what products are going to sell? How do I build a Shopify website? Those types of things, that is the best place I can point you. And it's a low cost option to really get your business off the ground. It's going to be money well spent. And if you sell just one high ticket product as a result of what you learn there inside of that program, it's going to be a game changer for you. And then lastly is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. If you're really trying to take your business to the next level, say $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month, we're working with over 50 clients all across North America right now and helping them do just that. And there's no reason that you couldn't be the next. And so with that, love and appreciate you guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you do that before you leave. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.